We talk about the betting. Here are the runners and riders for this year's renewal of the Guinness Handicap Steeplechase in Waitford. It's another €100,000 prize. Last year won by Sizing Granite. That was a 14-1 shot. We have a big field, 18 runners, I should say, headed by number 1, Champagne West. Henry de Bromwell is your trainer. Your pilot needs no introduction. Noel Feely. 2, Devil's Bride, Tongue Strap, Cheek Pieces, all the 8s. Dylan Robinson will ride, taking £5 off. 3, Clark Camp. Brian Cooper mentioned him. They will have the assistance of Davy Russell, again tongue strapping, Cheek Pieces. 5, Woodland Opera is 3 times a course winner, tongue strap, Robbie Power, trained locally by Jessica Harrington. 5, Lord Scoundrel, whereas the blinkers and the tongue strap, Jack Kennedy. 6, Polydam, Ruby Walsh was up close to him a few moments ago. David Mullins, a big race double, having earlier won on Bell's Hill. If you've just joined us, Viscount de Noyer will wear saddle slot number 7, tongue strap, and Jonathan Burke. 8, Cold March, Cheek Pieces, Brian Cooper riding. 9, Demi Sang, Barry Geraghty. 10, the Paparazzi Kid is tongue strapped. Donna Myler will steer. 11, Jetstream Jack, again blinkers, tongue strap, Dennis O'Regan riding for Gordon Elliott. 12, Golan Chosen, Donald McInerney claiming the 5. He'll be one of the champions crowned on Saturday afternoon here. 13, Oscar Knight, is this going to be his day? Mark Walsh riding for Tom Mullins. 14, Shanahan's Turn, tongue strap, Harry Cobden riding for Colin Tizard. That is your current favourite. 15, Patrick's Park, Paul Townend could appreciate going up and trip. 16, Blast of Coman, he's potentially interesting. Look at the postage stamp weight, 9 stone 10, Robert Tyner, Philip Enright, tongue strap, Cheek Pieces, Blast of Coman. 17, Tout Permis is Rachel Blackmore, Mouse Morris trains. And 18, Newsworthy, trained by Dot Love, and the mount of Jonathan Moore. I've called 18 runners, Tom Lee. Shanahan's Turn is your market leader.
He is indeed. Former Galway Plate winner, back to form the last day for Colin Tizard. He's second in the Topham Chase over the big fences at Aintree. Doesn't lack for pace, this horse, and you'd imagine this yielding ground around here could be very much his cup of tea this afternoon. However, you can say that for all that we've had the Grade 1 delights, this is the betting race of the day. Money today earlier for Shanahan's Turn, we've mentioned. Also his stablemate, who hasn't shown any form for ages. 12 months really when he was second in this race. He's had a wind up since then, didn't fire at the Cheltenham Festival, but drying ground and potentially the opportunity to thrive at a track where he goes particularly well might be the recipe for an improved performance at a big price from Viscount du Noyer. Also cash for Blast of Coman for Robert Tyner down the bottom there, a very lightweight. The tongue strap and Cheek Pieces on today, and I think it's fascinating the jockey booking for Woodland Opera, a horse who's a prolific winner for Jessica Harrington. Robbie Power choosing Woodland Opera seemingly over the favourite and over Viscount du Noyer. I'll be fascinated to see how this plays out. I like Oscar Knight, wide open, but the money horse, the significant one, Shanahan's Turn. Could the 2015 Galway Plate winner be a 2018 Punchestown winner?
Oh, it's interesting, the melting pot. Woodland Opera. Don, Woodland Opera, very interesting.
Yeah, likes it here, Robert. Robert Power obviously has chosen to ride.
Hold on, we're going to look at Shanahan's Turn first, in fact.
Yeah, Shanahan's Turn, doing very well back this morning. Goes well here. Previous Galway Plate winner for Henry Bromhead. Ran a blinder last time in the Topham Chase to finish second behind Ultra Gold and has a big chance.
15 is the next we get a look at, and this is Patrick's Park, Ted.
Yeah, Patrick's Park, his horse was a big shout. He was a good winner when he won nicely when Rachel Blackmore won on him, and he was good performance behind, he beat Tull East that day at Leopardstown. He was good. Tull East is a pretty smart horse, pretty firm, and he ran all right the last day at Ferryhouse, but I think he's been a nice ground here today. Might help him a bit. Ferryhouse is very tacky.
Blast of Coman, number 16, ran well at Leopardstown last time behind Spider Web. Jumps well, possibly better going right-handed than going left-handed, and wears Cheek Pieces.
Woodland Opera is number 4. He's won over 2.5 miles at the last 2 festivals, and should be banged out with a big shout again.
6 is Polydam. Polydam was a big fancy for this race last year. Lot of money on him all round. Jump stink and ran stink. But since then he's run well. He ran at Aintree in the Topham, and he put up no sort of a performance. I think he'd want to come back to the horse we saw maybe win earlier on in the year.
number 13 is Oscar Knight. Was actually running very well in the Irish Fan National last time when he was unlucky to be brought down down the back straight. I think it was up the 5th or the 6th fence. But he's dropping down in trip here, but he does have pace, and 2.5 miles could be a good trip for him.
Number 9 is Demi Sang, a recruit from France for Willie Mullins, and this fella has plenty of ability, but his jumping can be a little bit iffy at times. If he puts in a clear round, he won't be too far away either.
Horse 3 is Clarkham, one of the old stages of the race. Davy Russell on board. He's plenty of experience. He ran again at the top as well too. He didn't run too bad. Finished long ways in front of Polydam. He was 6th on that occasion, and he won earlier on the year. He beat Alistair Durand and Fine Rightly at Navan.
It's actually only 8, Ted. But he seems
is that all? Jeez, he's around all his life.
He has. He was a good 4-year-old.
Yeah, 4-year-old, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought he was older. Seems to be around a long time.
He's the horse who fell in the Fred Winter Hurdle, and Brian Cooper had that awful fall.
That's right, yeah.
Remember, yeah.
Seems an age ago.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it seems.
Yes, they're at the start now for the Guinness Handicap Steeplechase. Shanahan's Turn back out a half a point to 9-2. Patrick's Park 11-2. 13-2 Blast of Coman. 8-1 Woodland Opera. Look at the springer though. It's Oscar Knight. Was 12-1, 10-1 now. Single figures, Tom.
Yes, indeed. He was taken out of the Irish National early on. Therefore, not a hard race. A lightweight. This drop-in trip. The yielding ground in his favour. And the other interesting one on the exchanges right now. Momentarily, new favourite number 15, Patrick's Park. WP Mullins.
And notice a late move as well for Demi Sang, 16-1 into 12s.
2.5 miles ahead of them, 18 runners for the Guinness Handicap Chase. Beginning to move forward, starter accident to turn. Patrick's Park for Willie Mullins and Paul Townend. Almost ready to go. Jetstream Jack lining up on the inside with Polydam. Coming in and away they go. And it's Champagne West in the pale blue colours on the outside who's the early leader. Polydam is up there too, and just behind them on the inside Jetstream Jack, and they're followed by 2A Permis. As they rise to the first, Champagne West is the leader. All safely over, and a mistake back in the field by Demi Sang, who's last, and jockey has lost his irons, trying to recover them as they come down now into the straight towards the second fence, and Champagne West is out in front, followed in second by Gulan Chosen, and then comes Jetstream Jack. Polydam then on the left in the red and yellow colours is Patrick's Park. Towards the right is 2A Permis the Grey. That one being followed over by Devil's Bride as they come down now towards the fence before the stands, and Champagne West and Noel Feely leading from Jetstream Jack on the left, Dennis O'Regan, then Gulan Chosen over in third, Polydam is next, and then 2A Permis as they come up in front of the stands. Little choose between Jetstream Jack and Champagne West, then comes Gulan Chosen, and 4 is Polydam, then 2A Permis on the inside is Patrick's Park. Shanahan's Turn is next, then Devil's Bride. They're followed by Oscar Knight, and after Oscar Knight is Vicomte de Noyer, then Newsworthy. They're followed by Blast of Coman, then comes Cole March as they run towards the uphill fence. Champagne West in the pale blue, right is Gulan Chosen, left is Jetstream Jack. 2A Permis is behind these. Then the green colours, Polydam, Patrick's Park on the inside of Shanahan's Turn. And with these is the Paparazzi Kid. They're followed by Devil's Bride as they go to the fence at the top of the course. Champagne West the leader, followed over in second by Jetstream Jack. Woodland Opera's towards the back at this stage. Also Clarkham, one of the back markers. Demi Sang, who made that bad mistake at the first, is still in rear as they come down the hill now and on towards the next fence, which will be 9 from the finish. And Jetstream Jack on the inside of Champagne West. They're followed by Gulan Chosen, and then comes Polydam, then Patrick's Park on the inside, then comes 2A Permis in Shanahan's Turn, and then Paparazzi Kid. They're followed over that fence by Blast of Coman, Vicomte de Noyer, and Oscar Knight as they race on to the next fence, the 7th, and Champagne 5 fences to be jumped, and it's Champagne West out in front from Gulan Chosen. Right of the picture on the inside is Jetstream Jack, and then Polydam in the green colours. Patrick's Park is in behind these, and they're followed by Devil's Bride as they race towards the next fence. Then Clarkham as they leave the back straight and turn to face 4 out. Jetstream Jack on the inside of Champagne West. Gulan Chosen towards the outside. Polydam, Patrick's Park just behind them. The grey is 2A Permis. Devil's Bride is next. Then comes Oscar Knight and the Paparazzi Kid, and then Vicon de Noyer. Making ground towards the inside is Blast of Coman as they come down towards this 4th last fence now. Champagne West. And on the inside, Jetstream Jack jumps back up there as they race now towards the 3rd last. And it's Champagne West who's been up there all the way. Jetstream Jack still there on the inside. Gulan Chosen, Patrick's Park coming there in the red and yellow. Polydam is in the green. And then comes 2A Permis as they clear that fence now. Patrick's Park moves up to tackle for the lead. Polydam there, Gulan Chosen. Blast of Coman goes well into 4th. And around the outside is Oscar Knight as they swing for home with 2 fences left to jump. Patrick's Park from Polydam, Gulan Chosen, Oscar Knight on the extreme right, Blast of Coman just in behind them. They're at the 2nd last now. Patrick's Park on the left, Blast of Coman has come there in the centre, then Oscar Knight. Gulan Chosen's a faller as they race towards the final fence now. Patrick's Park from Oscar Knight, Blast of Coman, they're clear of Polydam. The final fence, Patrick's Park on the far side. Blast of Coman makes the hames of it. Jockey does well to stay on as they race into the closing stages. It's Patrick's Park and Blast of Coman on the near side coming back as they race up the line. Patrick's Park and Blast of Coman, and it's another for William Mullins as it's victory for Patrick's Park over Blast of Coman. Might have been a bit unlucky. Oscar Knight back in 3rd, Polydam 4. They're clear of Jetstream Jack and Vicon de Noyer.
Oh, what a race, this Guinness Handicap chase. It has gone to guess who. It is Willie Mullins, Patrick's Park. He edges ahead, believe it or not. That is the way it is at this moment. Patrick's Park is our winner. Blast of Coman is runner-up after that horrible mistake, and the rider had to ride his finish without irons. But what a race, Ruby, and Patrick's Park gets there.
Patrick's Park has won, but only because Blast of Coman has thrown it away. He jumps a fraction to his left there, and Philip Enright is doing his best to keep him between his legs and stay beside Paul Townend. All the way down to the last. He has the measures of Patrick's Park, but he jinks to his left here and back into his right then, and gets Philip Enright really loose. It does well to stay on him, and then he shows horsemanship to ride him with no irons from there home and do the best he can. Look, yesterday wasn't Paul Townend's day. Today has been an incredible day for him. Blast of Coman has given him this. That's the bit of luck he had, but it must be a great day for Tim Townend, Jodie, Caroline and Anna, Paul's girlfriend. Sure, last night was a long night for them.
And he's with the winning rider.
Paul, we're having plenty of chats today.
Yeah, they're great.
Did you realise what was going on beside you with Blast of Coman?
Well, there you go. That's television for you. But Patrick's Park, we can see.
This is even harder what Philip Enright was doing there, and he kicks out his left leg. You saw there, he'd one leg in and one leg out, which is a very hard thing to do, and he does the right thing and kicks both legs out and tries.
Very small budget, so delighted for him.
I mean, Paul was just absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, you know, Mark Enright there nearly coming a cropper and then very nearly beating him. I mean, what a finish.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was beaten maybe at the 2nd last, because he appeared up there very easily, and I thought, right, that's his run over. And he just kept pulling it out. But possibly the 2nd horse didn't go through with it, and, you know, because the 2nd horse looked like he was going to do it. And for some
a jink to the left, didn't he?
Yeah, he just stops. You know, he's probably done that before, maybe helped or maybe ourselves with pulling it out, I don't know. We'll have to chat to Paul when he comes in.
Well, he won it anyway. Another one in the bag. Well done, Willie. Fantastic day. Well done.
Well, Paul, it's been an absolutely fantastic day for you. Did you think you were up all the way, or did you think Philip was going to get the better?
I thought Philip was. I knew he was coming to challenge, but at the same time, my horse wasn't doing a whole lot in front. I was in front plenty soon again then, but in fairness to Rachel, she said after she won them in Leopardstown that you nearly needed 2.5, so she was spot on.
And Blast of Coman was doing plenty of running around. Did you think he should have got the better of you?
I don't know, look, it's hard to say because my horse wasn't doing a whole lot, and when he came to him I pulled out plenty, so I felt I was always holding him after that incident, but we'll never know what would have happened.
Congratulations on a great day.
Thanks, Andy.
What an exciting evening. A 54-1 treble for Paul Townend, but wait for it. It's 5 winners on the evening for Willie Mullins. If you had a euro on, it's 3,564-1 5-timer for W.P. Mullins. He wins the Guinness Handicap Chase with number 15 Patrick's Park, 11-2 by a neck from Blastiff Coleman, second for Philip Inwright and Robert Diner at 6-1, and third, number 13 Oscar Knight for Mark Walsh and Tom Mullins. But it's been W.P. Mullins 5 on the day, and he might not be finished yet. He's got the favourite, Colreevy, in the bumper.
Oh, what an evening it was. 5 winners for Willie Mullins, eh?
Yeah, incredible day. Everton, the ball bounced right, but I suppose when you look over a year and in the laws of averages, the ball bounced for Gordon in the Irish National, the ball bounced for him in the English National. I don't know what it is, but things seem to average themselves out.
It's a great game. It levels out at the end of the day. Look, Paul Townend is a typical example of how things can change in 24 hours. I mean, yesterday evening he would have went home devastated, thinking his world of racing was over. And today he rides a treble at Punchestown, and the whole thing is history.
You say racing is you're a solo sport, or you're playing on your own, but behind every jockey there's people. As I said earlier, like Paul's two sisters, his girlfriend and his dad, they rallied around him last night, and that's where the team comes into it and being a jockey. It's who's standing behind you and the support you have, and I'm sure they got a great kick out of today. There was some help to them last night.
Tomorrow's another day. We've got the Stayers in action. We've got Faugheen trying 3 miles. We've got Penn Hill, who's the reigning champion. We've got Identity Thief as well.
Yeah, you have, and you also have Bacardi's, who tipped up at the last in the Stayers hurdle. Penn Hill, a bit like Cuiviga, he could have improved from Cheltenham. She often went to Cheltenham and had her first run there, and then came here and bolted in. He's likely to have improved from Cheltenham, so he could be hard to beat.
Ted, we've got the Latouche in.
Yeah, the Latouche will be a good old race to watch again too. It's over the banks. It's a spectator sport, really, for everybody involved. I don't know if the punters get involved with that much, but it's very much part of Punchestown, and it's a great race to watch.
You won it, what? Yeah.
I wonder if you did. Don't be sure. You stop reminding me. Mahatma Gandhi rode winners as well too, but he's dead and buried now.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? Penn Hill, you going for Bacardi's?
I think Bacardi's. No, I don't know what I'm going for. The Stayers hurdle in Cheltenham was a very slowly run race. I don't see huge pace in tomorrow's race, which will really suit Penn Hill, but if for some reason they did go a gallop, it'll suit Bacardi's. And we also have footpad tomorrow.
I think Penn Hill told us just how good a trainer Willie is. I mean, to produce that horse 12 months after he last ran, wasn't it amazing?
Yeah, I didn't think it could be done, and especially in the Stayers hurdle. Whatever about going to win a shorter distance race, maybe, but to go and win a Stayers hurdle without having had a run in 12 months was fair going. But he's a hugely talented horse, and Paul Townend gets a great tune out of him.
And we got one of the best steeplechasers in training out tomorrow over 2 miles.
Yeah, footpad looks exciting. He's a novice, but he looks exciting. He should beat these horses tomorrow. He's beaten them all year long. There's no reason why he won't beat them tomorrow, and he could make his way up into a top class horse with 12 months under his belt.
All to look forward to. Willie is in front. We've got, another 3 days. It's only just beginning, you might say. But wonderful racing tomorrow. The Stayers, footpad as well. We got the Latouche too. Next up, it's footy. We leave you on a wonderful evening here at Punchestown. Hope you enjoyed it. The battle continues.
We're planting our flag, they don't understand. The world is up for grabs.
It's next destination, he's pulling out more. Kilbrick and Storm the Fur. Next destination, Paul Townend, double Willie Mullins.
To see you shine. We're planting our flag, they don't understand.
Tornado Flyers bursting through in the centre, and Tornado Flyer is quickly up back up towards the line. It's Tornado Flyer, third at Cheltenham, winner at Punchestown for Richie Deegan, takes the grade 1.
I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, how could I forget? I made it through the darkest part of the night.
In the Coral Gold Cup, it's Bells Hill over on the far side from Jackadam. Bells Hill from Jackadam. It's the 1-2 for Willie Mullins as they go to the line. Bells Hill wins the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup.